If this candle closes under 50%, I will enter for sells. So we have this nice bullish wick rejection off for 50%. So let's see, we didn't create a 5-minute lower high at this entry. So let's see if we create a 5-minute lower high at this entry. I will get ready to close even though it's not close to my take profit, but sometimes a bunch of volume can come in really quick and we can hit our take profit. And if you're not ready to close, you basically have to boom and then boom versus closing out right away and being ready for it. So let's just wait and see. I'm loving this bearish volume that's starting to come in. Need this candle to close bearish engulfing. Okay, we have 30 seconds left of this 5-minute candle. Ideally would like to see it close past the low of this previous candle. Higher probability to go bearish and bullish if that's the case. One thing you'll always hear me say is no matter what happens, nothing is guaranteed. There's just probabilities in trading. So we didn't break and close past this candle's low. We did do bearish, but it could just be a bearish retest candle and push bullish, or it'd be the start of our 5-minute lower high. But since it closed at the previous candle's low, it definitely could do either or. So we're just gonna wait and see what happens. There we go. I like this bearish volume. Need this bearish volume to continue. Love to see this candle print bearish. We have 3 minutes left. If we print bearish, higher probability that we continue to go bearish and that this is the start of our 5-minute lower high. Okay, we did close bearish again, which is good. Could just be 2 bearish retest candles and push bullish, or could be the start of our 5-minute lower high. Let's just wait and see what happens. Insane bearish push. That was crazy. Get ready to close with all this bearish volume coming in. I said once it hits 500, I'll close out. It was at 524 when I closed out, but I think I probably only closed it for like 474. So first trade lost $241. Second trade won $487. Gross P&L 246. Even if the trade looks like it's going to hit your stop loss, you don't close it early. You just let it either hit your stop loss or your take profit. Okay, so this is the breakdown video. First trade ended up losing. Second trade won. Now let's just do a top-down analysis and then we'll go from there. Let me just delete these really quick, but basically our 1 hour, we are overall bearish and currently bearish at the time of entry. We had a 1 hour higher high, higher low, higher high, failed to create a higher low, broken closed past our 1 hour higher low, 1 hour lower low, and then we have a potential 1 hour lower high. We had a 1 hour bearish engulfing candle. Now some people would say, well, we had a 1 hour higher high, higher low, failed to create a higher high, created a lower high, then broken closed past. Regardless whether this is where you say it is or this is where you say it is, because people look at the charts differently. Regardless, the 1 hour overall trend is bearish and the 1 hour current trend is bearish. We have a 1 hour bearish engulfing candle, so that's why I was looking for sells. Now the 5 minute is also overall bearish too. So we had a 5 minute higher high, higher low, failed to create a higher high, created a lower high, then broke and closed past our 5 minute higher low. 5 minute is now overall bearish. This is our current 5 minute high. This is where the start of the fib is going to go. Now we're going to look for a pullback. Let me delete that. And we had 1 pullback, 2 pullback. Perfect. Fib was at our current 5 minute high, 0% at our current 5 minute low / start of the pullback. Now we're just going to wait for it to wick reject the fib level. Now, boom, we had a wick reject our 23.6, so then I ended up entering right here. Now, remember, you'll always hear me say this, the market loves to retest, wick reject the fib levels that it just did. Our entry candle wick and go into a little bit of drawdown, so you don't want to have the stop loss too tight, but then you don't want it to have it too wide. So I put it around like right here, and then we have our 101.90, and then as you can see, market boom, ended up hitting my stop loss right there. So I'm like, okay, market failed to create a 5 minute lower high right here, but then we have this candle where it wick rejected our 50%, closed under, and also wick rejected our EMA. So that's 2 confluences. So I'm gonna enter right here, same thing before. Market loves to retest and wick reject the fib levels that it just did. Our entry candle wick and go into a little bit of drawdown. Don't want it too tight, don't want it too wide. So I want to say I ended up putting it like somewhere like right here, give or take. May have to adjust it later. But yeah, and then we have our 101.90 right here. And then market went bearish a little bit. But then boom, we ended up pulling back and going bullish. And then look, what did I say? Market loves to retest, wick reject the fib levels that it just did. Our entry candle wick, which you can see it did, and go into a little bit of drawdown, which you see it did, and then it ended up reversing, and then ended up, okay, so stop loss wasn't that, I would say, because this right here was our 101.90 basically, so I would say stop loss was maybe like right here. But yeah, regardless, ended up losing the first trade. Market just failed to create a 5 minute lower high right here, and then ended up winning the second trade. Market hit my take profit here. So 2 good trades today. Followed my trading plan. That is all that matters. Now I hope you guys enjoyed this live trade and breakdown video. Please leave a comment and a like, and also subscribe. I'll be posting more of this content. Also day in the life content. 2, don't forget to follow my Instagram. The link to my Instagram is below in the description. But other than that, I'll see you guys later. Peace.